Right, I'm proud to do it right here. So, yeah.
It's so funny the transition because for me for the year, obviously you've been in esports for a long time. I haven't or whatever. But like when I first knew about Idra, I thought, wow, that guy must be really grumpy in real life. He must really
Not
hate.
at all.
Not he's like the happiest, chirpiest guy
Yeah.
ever. It's such a weird transition.
I met him at a CeBIT first, and there was a mouseboards booth where they had a few computers that were
Yeah.
accessible to the players. And I only saw him from behind, and that was back in the days when he was still in the GSL and he wore his leather jacket, you know, the Greg,
Yeah.
with the Gracket. So it was this guy standing there, and I always thought that Idra was quite tall. So I see this guy standing at the computers and in the kind of a backstage area, and I'm wondering what he's doing there. And I turned around and I wanted to ask one of the admins, I wondered, what's the guy in the leather jacket doing over there, the small guy? And then I was like, wait a second, leather jacket, Gracket? And then I looked again and I'm like,
God.
oh, okay, he's a lot smaller, shorter than I actually thought. It was quite funny. That was the first time when I met him, and we talked a bit, and yeah, he's actually a pretty cool person to meet. It's always a bit different when you meet someone in person or if you talk to them online.
Yeah,
But I
yeah.
can completely get where people get the impression that he would be really grumpy, or that he's
Yeah.
a very unhappy person, or not really a person that is outgoing. But yeah, he's pretty cool.
And this height thing has actually just come into play with me and Wolf first meeting one another. I didn't know Wolf was that tall.
And he looks at you and he's like, hey, I didn't know you were that short.
Oh, that is
And I
so
looked at the
true.
two of you and I was like, that is so mean, Wolf. Please, could you just be a little bit more polite here?
But it's like I've known it like well, obviously I've known it for my entire life, and it was the best way of meeting Wolf. from the
He's
very
not that
beginning.
tall. He's just...
He is to me, man. I'm like
Yeah,
I'm
I
a
guess.
midget. Like, I don't know what to tell you. Oh, that was good. That was good.
In the game itself, guys, we got a little bit off topic here, but you can see Kalari's caught everything on camera that's
Yeah.
happening right now, and you can see that this is evolving into a standard player at this style. We have Stefano, who is one of the best Zerg players in the world. He has proven this several times, winning so many major tournaments, and he's up against Liquid Hero, a great player in Protoss versus Zerg. So this is two titans clashing against each other. Of course, this is a rematch. Stefano and Hero, they met in the first game of this group, and Stefano was able to defeat the Team Liquid player without dropping a single map. I think the question is, can he actually do it again?
And another question is, can he secure a third base this quickly? It's 6.5 minutes.
How many gates does he have?
He has one. This is like Entombed Valley style.
Yeah, this is Entombed Valley without it being Entombed Valley, which is like the reason why you can actually get away with it.
Okay, this is interesting. I mean, does he even know? He shouldn't know about it because he shooed it away with the stalkers, and he's gonna keep the stalker here. He doesn't want him knowing at all that is going on. And meanwhile, he's actually putting on a little bit of pressure with the stalker and his zealots. So he's making it look as if this is just the normal kind of style. But he's making 20 zerglings.
If Stefano decides to go all out here and to attack, it's going to be so difficult for Hero to hold this. Yes, he's building all these gateways right now and secures the cannon in like a perfect pocket. But still, this is something... You know, Stefano was known for this style. When he first emerged and started to take down all these top-notch players, the style that kind of was his trademark was just maxing out like crazy on 200 supply and completely overwhelming his opponent, just drowning them in units. And if he goes for the same style now again at what Hero does here, I feel it's going to be very difficult for Hero to stand this pressure.
I think if Stefano wants to, if he wants to sacrifice a few of these zerglings, he could even just shut down this right now. Like, I mean, there's one stalker and one sentry out, 2 sentries out, my apologies. Let's not beat around the bush. Oh, but look at this! By Hero, that lovely block by the stalker! And right now, the zerglings, yeah, they can kill off the pilot. Oh, there's only one pilot.
Yeah, there's only one pylon. The Artosis pylon, it's not backed up by a tasteless pylon!
Oh my
God! Dies before the warp in is there, and now the cannon is unpowered. Stefano is building 20 additional zerglings. The speed is about to be done. He's trying to delay the pylons, another cancel. Hero is in trouble with Stefano, going for lair, going for drones, going for zerglings. He is doing everything right at this point in time.
Oh, that was weird.
One thing we didn't mention though is the Stargate that is done right now.
Yeah.
So with the Stargate we have the Void Ray, but here come the Zerglings, they stream in and they trap the probes. You can actually just go for the natural but Hero is...
Yeah, very, very well prepared there with the sentry in the gap. And for now, we'll throw down force field, cleaning all of that up, keeping himself happy.
It kind of looked funny, you know, it was the Zerglings like, no, running into the third, block, no, running to the natural, block, no, running out of there before they're killed.
Like, yeah, like none of them died. They're happy zerglings, they're doing all right. So, Stefano getting his 4th, and he's actually getting a macro hatch as well, which is something that he really likes doing when going onto a 4th base this quickly. So it's looking it's sort of as if we're in a normal game, but 2 minutes or 1 minute more ahead, kind of.
Yeah,
The way in which it's
10
working
minutes in the game, having the 3rd base established and safe and secure, that's really quite impressive. So I like what Hero did there. And I feel Stefano had a choice. Stefano produced 10 drones when he could have produced roaches, and he could have tried to attack, but he decided, okay, well, I will probably not kill this, or I have more chances just waiting and heading into the late game than now pressuring him and trying to take him down. So I'm a little bit impressed that Hero is able to get away with it without losing too much. Stefano at least delayed it a tiny little bit, but still, this is a situation for Hero that is not too bad. Stefano, on the other hand, has now 4 bases, or will have 4 bases in just a few seconds. A macro hatch as well, a decent tech, double upgrades, pathogen glands, even +2/+2 started right away, and also, of course, the roach speed. So it's not like he's falling behind. He's still 20 supply up, and he has really, really great tech.
Yeah, it looks like for now, Hero here with his initial Phoenix will spot his opponent's infestation pit tech, which is very, very useful indeed. But I was surprised he actually made 2 void rays. I wasn't expecting 2 void rays. I was just expecting the one. Where is the second one actually? Where did it go? It's still somewhere. Did it die?
Yeah, it has to be.
Still putting on a lot of good aggression here, and will even kill off 2 queens for his troubles. This is a really nice little push out by Hero, but he needs to be very careful with those force fields. They're just going down sporadically everywhere. We're still walking in a few more zealots here, trying to deal with this. He's wasted all of the energy on his sentries. It might not be in vain if he's able to deal with all of these.
Yeah, and we're not playing Where's Waldo here, but we are playing Where's the second void ray. He just appeared. He hit earlier, but now he's back to business. The problem is, though, that Hero is putting so much aggression on Stefano that the Zerg player is likely to lose his 4th base here. And now with the Infestors in the play, we have the Infested Terrans, and they are doing a lot of damage. Hero is suddenly losing ground, especially the sentries. It's quite devastating. He loses them, especially the Void Ray that's suddenly destroyed. That helped him so much earlier, but now look at the supply going down. For a second, it looked like Hero reached the tipping point where he could take Stefano, and then suddenly it's once again this I don't know, this French something that Stefano always has that other Zerg players just don't have. Huh?
Je ne sais quoi. There you go.
Yeah.
We'll do that. So, Stefano for now. Oh, that feedback once again. Does have his 5th base up and running. Oh!
That looked close.
That was really close.
Well, the Void Ray, he pays with his life, but this is a price that Hero is definitely willing to pay.
Yeah, that was... But still, you're right. It was like just on that tipping point. Like, for example, if the sentries had got into a little bit of a better area and if he'd have recuperated a few of those force fields, kept them retained for a little bit longer, he would have had a great engagement. He would have retained a lot of those units as well as the force fields. So, could have worked out a completely different way.
Yeah, as it is, the base died, but still Stefano has 4 bases right now. He's rebuilding it. Ah, heading in to take down the Immortal, and he gets it. Takes down the Immortal, takes down the sentries, and oh wow, Hero, you are in trouble. Even though the double Colossus production is really helping him out at this point, he has a big problem, and it's called Stefano.
Yeah, really, he needs to try and deal with this as best he can, but there's so much pressure coming here right now. 50 supply up, pushing so vigorously at the wall here, and just trying to find any units, any probes, any damage he can.
Yeah, talking about the wall, he actually started to target the Nexus for a second. He tries to snipe it, and if he's able to pull it off, despite the Colossi being there, that will be devastating for Hero. He suddenly loses his 3rd base, and Stefano is now on 5.
That was pretty darn impressive there. That was so clutch, so close. As for now, Stefano will be in full retreat here. And he's even got the Hive as well as the Spire morphing in just behind this. Hero right now spots it instantaneously as it morphs in, but that might just be too late on 2 base.
No lava though. Big problem here for Stefano because he has 1,000 minerals floating, he has gas, but he lacks the lava. Liquid Hero decides to not push out. He actually had a time where he could have killed one of these bases. Well, would have been close, but there would have been no reinforcements for Stefano. Of course, he doesn't know that, because he does not know about the lava count of the French player. But definitely a situation where Stefano was a little bit lucky that Hero decided to just go all out. Because that is one of the responses that this shutdown of the 3rd base could have triggered. Hero just saying, okay, well, I'm now down on 2 bases. One of my bases is nearly mined. I have to do something. Let's just go for it and try to take it down right now. You lost a lot of energy on the Infestors. Maybe I have it to kill you. But he decides to fall back, try to go for this 3rd base, which is, I feel, the right choice here. But the problem for him is really that Stefano is getting farther and farther ahead in the game, especially in the upgrades.
Hero feels he has to make something happen right now. Locks down a few of those Stalkers pretty darn quickly there. And again, I think one of the things that's most overlooked about Hive Tech is 3-3. And the way in which it benefits the Zerg brutal composition so incredibly well. So it's very, very easy here for Stefano to really bolster this force and make it so absolutely crushing against what we're seeing from Hero right now. I mean, yes, he has a good Colossus count, but is that really going to be enough against the very, very brutal power that's come hit here?
The double Spire is now also coming up. It's not only going for the single upgrade, but the double upgrades, but it might not even come to this, as Stefano is going all out right now with the Infested Terrans, trying to move in. The Corruptors, of course, on target, killing Colossus after Colossus. Hero is dropping down in supply, but so is Stefano, who still tries to break through here, but he is forced back again. The big problem for Hero is, yes, he traded well here, but Stefano can just trade armies over and over again because he has the better economy and he's in a position where he knows that he will have the better sustainability.
Yeah, it's so true right now. 74 drones to 69 workers, but across the positions that Stefano has those drones spread out, it's far more economically stable in comparison to what we're seeing from Hero. Hero right now is sort of stifled on his tech. He can't really constantly keep powering out the Colossi while still getting a ton of infrastructure behind it. So he has to deal with these impending Broodlords in a very low-tech manner, which can be very difficult.
It's going to be a tough road for him because he knows he can't go for the mothership right now. It's way too late. He lost too much time already. I love this warp in at the third base, trying to put some aggression onto the economy while posturing around at the right side of the map. So drawing the forces of Stefano out, trying to thin out the army, and now he's blinking in and sniping unit after unit. These bundles are spot on, the Zerglings closing the distance, going in, and the Broodlords, of course, going to town here, but still a very good engagement for Hero. He completely blindsided Stefano here, but it might not be enough.
No, I mean, even though he was able to get in there and kill every single Broodlord with Blink Stalkers, still no chances of actually being able to take it out. Too many Infestors, too many Zerglings, but he's rendezvoused a few of his units back here. He needs to keep these Colossi alive. They are so important. Those Roaches trying to close down on them. Will take one down.
Wow.
Will they take the second? Yes, they will. Oh, Liquid Hero.
That's just harsh. I mean, this was a great engagement for him. This was the best thing that he could hope for. Draw a few of the units to the left side with the warp in and then go for the Broodlords right away. And he kind of made it work, but Stefano just has the better upgrades. He has way better upgrades than his opponent. He has such a great production. The economy to back it up is exactly the place where you want to be as a Zerg player. And he's just playing all the cards right now.
Yeah.
It's like he's playing a chess game. He has all the pieces in position for checkmate.
Yeah. Really does. All of that chrono boost on Hero's gateways just then were really the desperation move. He just was like, oh, I can't expand because I have no army. I need to somehow still try and do some damage by, just even crippling damage. I need those units out right now. He's gonna try and expand, but there's no way he's gonna secure this.
Yeah, Stefano is not going to allow a fourth base. I would be really surprised to see a fourth base survive for Hero. Stefano is looking at an Infestor count of 19. One Broodlord is left. But yeah, exactly. The units that you just highlighted for the Protoss player, there is not a lot on this map.
Not at all. More Infestors than Stalkers means you're gonna have a bad time as the Protoss.
Yeah, kinda.
Let's be honest.
Neural Parasite +2/+2 for the Broodlords, as well as the +1 attack upgrade for the Roaches. 7 Broodlords morphing. Stefano, he wants to end it.
He's gonna find a very, very nice little niche timing in the fact that if Liquid Hero by chance wants to throw down a Nexus, then he'll just... I'm not quite sure why he's playing defensive right now, to be honest. Just kind of playing safe, I guess, and hoping that, knowing even how much of a bad position his opponent's in, but it's still a nice little bit of harassment here by Hero.
Yeah, the Broodlords are nearly ready, and the small harass with the Stalkers, of course, is kind of cute, but still, is it really going to save him the game? He's 50 supply down, a great fungal hits home. Those Colossi, they won't escape, and the rest of the army, he's just going to be demolished. There's just no way to escape. GG. Stefano takes game number 1 in this last group game. And Hero finds himself now down 1 map already. If he is going to lose the next one, he is out. Stefano would advance to meet Baby Knight tomorrow. Yeah, a pretty straightforward game.
Yeah, pretty much so.
I like the opening by Hero, though.
Yeah. That was
The
that was
third
pretty
base, it was
cool. Barely eked it out.
just, yeah.
Just by the